Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. It was an honour to serve on the Financial Services Bill Committee, and it is a privilege to speak at report stage today. I will be speaking to specific amendments, but firstly, I'd like to say that well before the global financial crisis of this century, last century I was cutting my teeth in the sector, settling trades, including derivatives for a US investment bank in New Zealand. We watched in shock as the actions of a lone trader in Singapore caused the collapse of Barings Bank. I worked through the subsequent insertion of Chinese walls between departments, saw the creation of compliance and risk management roles and the impact of change in culture on the institution, and therefore understand the importance of proper regulation and confidence in our regulators. I was pleased to hear the Minister confirm in his opening statement that this corporate governance continues to be strengthened today. It is only appropriate that the scope of the bill extends to effectively tackling money laundering and providing clear, streamlined procedures for dealing with entities that engage in this type of activity. As more aspects of our lives, including financial activities, move online, so do illicit activities such as money laundering. Therefore, legislation aiming to prevent and deal with illegal financial activity must have as broad a scope as possible, bolster already existing legal provisions, and be as clear and as easy to enforce as possible. New Clause 6 rightfully aims to broaden the scope of this bill to prevent money laundering in the context of electronic money institutions. However, the language of this new clause is inconsistent with legislation already in place, generating potential confusion which could result in diminished enforcement ability. I believe that the government's new clause 27, 28 and new Schedule 1 better achieve the desired effect of a more robust and comprehensive enforcement regime, which is why I will lend my support to those clauses today, and I'm pleased that the opposition front bench has withdrawn new Clause 6. Turning to new Clause 7, introduced by the Honourable Member for Walthamstow with her usual passion, I will not be supporting her amendment this evening, though I acknowledge her intentions to protect consumers as a good thing. Government should not legislate until we hear from the experts and have a thorough understanding. The market is so broad for buy now, pay later, interest-free products that in passing a time-limited amendment, we could in fact restrict our full understanding of these products, who uses them and how they use them. It is important to acknowledge that in protecting one cohort of consumer, we may unnecessarily prevent another cohort from acquiring much needed household goods, etc., curtail choice in the market and penalise those who are capable of budgeting the repayment of a known cost. Much better to have a full and thorough public consultation and independent review, which is currently being conducted by Chris Wallard. And it was helpful to hear the Minister say that this review is due to conclude soon and that he is ready to move swiftly on evidence presented in that report. In conclusion, Madam Deputy Speaker, this bill is part of ensuring the future success and competitiveness of our financial services sector. An enormous amount of work has gone into producing what is a lengthy and technical bill, and I look forward to supporting the government in